Hello, you good Christ Church people. Reverend Stephen McHale coming to you on a sunny Thursday morning. It is supposed to be acting like fall, but clearly climate has not gotten that memo, as it's been just beautiful all week. I'm having a kind of a typical church day. I was up early, getting some stuff done, over to the Blue Dot Cafe, meeting with Elisa Racera to review a bunch of stuff for our upcoming shelter, dashed to the church, talked to our bookkeeper, hopped on my bicycle. Now I'm going to the trainer, and they're going to get, huge muscles for me, hopefully. And then back to the church and get a bunch of work done. Then home, get kids scooted around to various places, cook some dinner, then probably try to get some email done or some reading, and then wait for my dear wife to come home from her evening meeting so we can sit on the couch together, catch up, see how each other's days went. There you go. That's the quick update. I'm happy to be out on my bicycle right now because my bicycle is one of my very favorite places. I think because it reminds me of childhood and because it's fun. And I like riding fast. I also really like going down hills, but Alameda uniformly disappoints on the hills. So I'm just cruising here along Santa Clara. And I'm trying to clear my mind because I have to admit, I'm having a rough day today in the life of our nation. And that is for two reasons. First is that I woke up thinking about this clergy backpacking trip that I lead every October. And we are scheduled to go to the Trinity Alps. Back in 2020, we were scheduled to go there, and the Trinity Alps caught on fire and everything burned. And so we had to change locations. And as of just this last week, Trinity Alps is on fire again, and it has closed to all recreation use. And I really thought we were safe this year from fire because there shouldn't be much left to burn up there. But our climate is just not behaving predictably as it has for millennia. And it makes me weary about our use of fossil fuel and wildfires and floods and all the climate chaos that we have created and doing nothing about. On this kind of thing, I feel kind of helpless, and that is frustrating. And so it makes me think of the Psalms of Lament in our Old Testament, which don't offer solutions, but just basically include frustrated people in the wilderness shaking their fists at God and saying, "What? This? Come on, man." That may be one of the most honest prayers out there. The other thing that's been on my mind this morning, and this is not normally on my mind, was the firing of Jimmy Kimmel. And, all right, so this is pop culture and politics, and I guess some religion in there. And I didn't think I'd be talking about this, but I gotta say, I met Jimmy Kimmel a few years ago at a party, because, we go to fancy parties. And I gotta say, he was absolutely delightful. But his wife was so charming, and I had a long conversation with her and learned that she goes to an Episcopal church in Los Angeles and is active and involved there. And so I wouldn't claim to know that, but I did meet them, and they made a good impression on me. But the two things that really upset me, politically and democratically, I am frustrated with the chilling of free speech in this country. If we cannot share our opinions, we have lost something incredibly important to our civic life. The other thing that really upsets me is uh, the chilling of humor. So Colbert is going off the air. Colbert's a pretty good Catholic man, and serves as court jester to positions of power, as does Jimmy Kimmel. And the White House is saying it wants to go after Seth Meyers and Jimmy Fallon as well, which means, man, they cannot take a joke or laugh at themselves. And I remember reading in a book by a man named Edwin Friedman called From Generation to Generation, about family rituals. And he was talking about the chilling effect that lacking a sense of humor has on a system. Friedman was speaking about churches and synagogues in particular, but I think the lesson can probably be applied to our national life. And Friedman says that when a system can't laugh at itself and make fun of itself and take things a little more lightly, it is a sign that things have gotten sclerotic and frozen, and the system is no longer full of life growing. And that kind of scares me. Of course, I don't have a solution to any of this. I'll be spending some time praying about it all. I'm going to go to the gym and work out some of my frustration with my trainer. And I guess I'll be continuing to invest time and energy in our local community, trying to make our small circle a place where God's Spirit is alive. That's all I have today. I hope you are all well. May God bless you people. I hope you are able to enjoy this beautiful blue sky.